I'm sorry, but I really have got to get this out of here. At least out of my mouth, because I need to do it, because I know that a lot of people don't understand, and that's the reason why I need to talk on this so you can understand. I'm watching Bill O'Reilly, and I'm watching a few of these news so-called reporters, and what they're trying to do is force the people to say that they're going to be, listen to me very closely, unlawful. No. What in the world? They're trying to force the people into saying that, okay, they're not going to obey the law. And the people are trying to get through these thick skulls of these mind-numbed people, minions, that anytime in this country, don't care who's in office, makes a law, passes a law that is unlawful, we do not have to obey it and will not obey it. Do you understand? See, they don't understand because they think that the way you handle everything is by laws. No, you don't. No, you don't. If the way you handle everything is by laws, then look at the shape of our country. We are in a prattling mess. We are in a literal mess. And guess what? It's these people who make the laws that's got us in the condition that we're in. So you know that they're not qualified just because we didn't elect them. They got selected by the powers that be. This election system is broke and everything. But let me explain to you what the purpose of an executive order is. Is to give the dictatorial powers to one man to circumvent the law. And let me show you how it's been done over the years. Within the last, I can't tell you how many years, let's just make up a number, 15, 20 years. There have been up to 24 different federal institutions created, all of which are outside of the scope of the law. They're not even subject to the law. But you do know who these executive, not these federal programs and all these federal agencies, you do know who they're subject to, right? One, only one, the President of the United States. So what they've done is they have, through executive privilege, through executive orders, and through all these alphabet soup federal agencies that they've created, they have circumvented the law. Are y'all following me? They have circumvented the law on the books. I'm talking about the secular law that is supposed to be for the rights of civil liberties. That means anything outside of your homestead. Well, you should be able to do whatever you want on your own homestead, and they're even trying to intrude into that themselves. But the purpose of all these federal agencies is to circumvent the law. The purpose of the president to have executive privilege and order is to circumvent the law. And so I'm watching this interview right here. They got this sheriff here in Kentucky, he's a Jackson County sheriff, Sheriff Denny Peatman, and they're trying to say that, okay, suppose that Obama passes something by executive law or executive privilege that's going to do something about restricting the guns of people's hands. He's flat out basically just telling them in a very tactful and respectful way he ain't going to do it. You know the reason why? Because the sheriff is the highest lawful authority in the county. And most of them don't know that because most of them are so jacked up by the good old boy club. But this guy right here, he gets it. He gets it. And you people that live in that county, you're privileged to have a man that knows what's going on. You see, even if the Supreme Court disagrees with the Constitution, the Supreme Court is wrong and you don't have to obey it. They don't like that. Even if they pass laws on the book, without the book, they pass laws, they make up laws. If it disagrees with the Supreme law, you do not have to obey it. And the news media and nobody else wants you to even think about that way. It's amazing. You know, you remember that years ago we was having a problem with the border down here, right? And they called them illegal immigrants. Now, you know, I got to ask myself a question. If they're illegal immigrants, then what are Americans then? How do you discover a land that has already been inhabited? And how do you teach people in your public schools that a man named Christopher Columbus discovered a land that he's never stepped foot on. Yeah. I tell you. Whew. All the moms at homeschool, I get letters now and then thanking me for the history education that the children are receiving, because they learn more from watching my YouTube channel than they do in these homeschool curriculum books. You ought to see our homeschool curriculum books. Our children will write back and tell the academy what's wrong here, what's wrong there, and this is wrong, this is not right, and they don't never even respond. They don't ever respond. And I told them, don't worry about it. You know what the answer is. It's a sad, sad thing, but that's what this thing is all about. That's what this thing is all about. This thing is the system. I don't trust the system. You don't trust it, and the system don't work. The system is broke. We need a brand new system. And the way we start that is, first of all, number one, get rid of all the news media. Get rid of every single one of them. Replace them all. And then get rid of all of them. Get rid of the House, the Senate, the whole 9 yards. Forget vote them all out. Get rid of all of them. We don't need them. We need men for president, like old Billy Bob down here that understands the meaning of farming. We need to let him be the president. And we need to let the people to run the Pentagon are veterans who got trigger time, who understand what war and all that's about. That's what we need to do. We need to get simple people who understand how to balance a checkbook, because apparently nobody in our government for the last 200 years know how to balance a checkbook, and it's evident by this $16.4 trillion debt. You know, I was reading a stupid statement in this. Where's that USA Today? As a matter of fact, let me find it, and if I got it, I'll be right back. Wait for this one. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I've got today's USA Today, and of course, look what's on the front page. They're trying to inundate the minds. And of course, I know a lot of people would say in the religious sector, Pastor Dow, why do you spend so much time talking about stuff like this? Because your pastor, your preacher, your teacher, who you call a pastor, preacher, teacher, they're too dumb to talk about stuff like this, because they don't want you informed about what's getting ready to happen to you and your family. I do care. Anyway, it's utterly amazing to me. But anyway, let me look through this thing here real quick. All right, let me look through this thing here. By the way, how you people doing out there in these name it and claim it churches? These prosperity churches, have your ship came in yet? Woo! Have you danced on some money and got a miracle coming? It's got to be something wrong with you to believe something like that. It really, truly does. Prosperity movement, man. I tell you what. All right, where we at? Where are we at? Okay, here we are. I am in the USA Today, the money part right here, and I gotta actually go through this kind of fast right there. See Ben Shalom Bernanke right there. I'll go ahead and read what he says. See, I'm going to show you how these people are wired, okay? So you brace yourself for this. Brace yourself for this, okay? You're going to see. I'm telling you, these people, they got problems. They got some serious. Do you think inbreeding or inbreeding could be a problem? I mean, you think it could do some crazy stuff to people? Anyway, let me read this stuff right here. Here's a thought, though. All right, Bernanke's Q&A, and it says, look at this. This is like a family saying, and what he's making a reference to is in reference to expanding the national debt, because you know what they're going to do, right? They're going to get up there and grandstand. They're going to sit up there and posture themselves in front of you, acting like they're really concerned. But when they all get finished with the circus, the dog and pony show, you know what they're going to do? They're going to still expand the debt. And so you can guarantee that. But look what it says, all right? And see, he's responding. Look, this is like a family saying, we're spending too much. Let's stop paying our credit card bill. Federal Chairman, listen to this, Ben Bernanke speaking Monday on what it would mean if Congress does not raise the debt ceiling during a question and answer session with students at the University of Michigan. His answer again, this is like a family saying, we're spending too much. Let's stop paying our credit card bill. Basically, if you don't expand the debt. You know the reason why he talks like that and believes like that? Because the Federal Reserve Bank is not federal at all. It has nothing to do with the federal government. It's a bunch of foreign bankers that all the banks in America are subject to. And they have hijacked this country through their banking institution. And the reason why Bernanke wants them to keep expanding the debt even more so they can print money out of nothing, out of thin air, and then take tangible assets from us, i.e. land, homes, assets, so they can continue to keep buying them up. You know what they're doing? It's a takeover. It is a takeover. This is a stealth takeover. Bernanke and whoever else he is working for, which I personally believe, and I'm telling you, I've got my ideas. I know it's the so-called, what they call the elite that nobody seems to know their names of. You know what I mean? But you know what they're doing? They're buying the country right out from under our nose. And all these politicians are bowing down to them and have sold out. Every single politician know what's going on, but they are afraid. That's why we need a whole total house cleaning. We need to get rid of all of them. We need to get some good old boys from Tennessee and some good old boys from Texas. That's what we need to do. We need to get some boys from Tennessee and Texas who know what it means to fight. That's right. I guarantee that makes some of the best politicians in the world. You know, we don't need anybody to be a politician that has went to any public school, or let me say that, college. Everybody's been inundated by public school. We need people who have been out of school for a long time and learn how to exercise their own independent thinking. And then we need to do votes the old-fashioned way. We need to let everybody write down who they want to be what they call their elected official. And then we guard the ballot box by armed guards. Mainly people of the Providence. No sheriffs. No police. They're all sold out. We need a total system reset. Because these people have used the law to abuse the people in America. And America don't have enough sense to know that they're abusing. And they're going to expand the national debt even more so. They're going to keep on doing it. I mean, after all, they say they're going to keep printing money out of thin air. $40 billion a month to continue to keep buying up mortgage-backed securities. To keep on taking this land. Let me see. You got the Federal Reserve Bank. And you've got the Chinese, all of them buying up all the land in America because we bankrupt. I hate to say it, people, but this country you call America is nothing more than a memory of yesterday here. They have hijacked and infiltrated this country on an unprecedented scale.